Hey everyone, what is going on? Today's video, I got all this stuff here to make a light bar that can be detached easily and not hardwired. So it just plugs into the cigarette lighter and it can go in the rack. I can plug it in whenever I need it. So basically that's the whole purpose. So this is everything I got. The light bar is a 30-inch light bar. It's a CREE LED bar. I got that for like 31 and a quarter shipped. I got these little brackets. I measured my roof rack, the basket, and they were 1 inch. So these are 1 inch like brackets. Those together were like 15 bucks. I got 2 of these little connectors, which were like 12 bucks. And basically these, this will like be wired to the light bar, and then the other one will be wired to this guy here, and then I can just plug them together. I did not get the caps for these yet, so I'm gonna have to like zip tie them on later or something. And the little pieces that I'm missing, I bought like a 6-pack of them for a couple bucks, and then I went to the auto parts store because after doing some test fitting, this is all the hardware that comes with the light bar. And as you can see, they're just kind of flat and real thin. And this is the bolt that goes, you can adjust it, but this is the bolt that goes in here. So once I went to these upgraded like aluminum ones that clamp onto the bar, this screw was like, there's like barely any thread on there. So I'm going to set you guys up. Oh, I almost forgot. This is the lighted switch with 5 foot of wire on it. And that was like 10 bucks off Amazon, and it's got a little lighted push on off switch. This is a 10 amp. I think the light was rated for 7 amps, and the caliber cigarette lighter is 20 amps. So if you're going to do something like this, you just got to make sure that the fuse in here and the wiring can support your light bar. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you guys on a tripod, and basically all I'm going to need, like, this came with all the Allen keys to mount all the hardware, even like this stuff. So all I'm going to need is some crimpers, some strippers for that, and for here, actually that's kind of stripped, but I might redo it, and a heat gun or a lighter for the heat shrink, because this will go back and make it look nice and pretty. So I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod, and I'm going to go ahead and basically put one there, and then the other one will go on to the power cord. And I just got to remember that, it's got to flip. So whatever one's positive here, the female's got to be positive on the other side, or vice versa, you know what I mean? So that way if I plug it in, it's not backwards, because they go like that. Alright, so we're going to start this off pretty quickly. It's really simple. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to crimp the light bar into one of these like flat double pin SAE plugs, similar to what like battery tenders use and stuff. And crimp all these on here. Make sure they're nice and tight. This is the light bar side. So now those guys are in there. I'm not going to heat shrink it just yet, but then once you get this on here, then that will be able to shrink wrap there. And what we'll do is we'll get this side. We will find our end. We'll plug it in together so that way we can follow the red and black through. So we have red on the top here. So here's our hot red right there. Those are tight. And as you can see, we have red on the top of both of them and black on the bottom. So now what we're going to have to do is test it. So I'm going to see if I can get this to reach the cigarette lighter on the Stratus, and hopefully you guys can watch it light up. Works. Alright, so now we know it works, our plug connector works. We can go ahead, grab our heat gun, and shrink these down. Got one side on there. That is the plug side. So put that one in there. We'll do it again. It's nice and tight, nice and hot. So now we can just unplug it, and this part will be up on the roof rack whenever we need it ready to go. So now we'll get to sticking the hardware on there. So for the hardware, basically I grabbed these bolts that were just like the next size larger. They were still just slightly large, but with a lock nut and a washer, they are perfect. I mean, they're like perfect now. And once that lock washer's tightened down, you have the same amount of thread. So it's nice and secure. So, I get to putting these on. I'm just going to get them basically finger tight, and then we'll go out to the car because luckily one of my neighbors is cutting grass currently, and I'm trying to hope that he finishes by the time I go outside with the tripod and not too noisy. So I do need pliers or a wrench because this is all set up for Allen keys, and of course now we'll go outside with these pieces. There's like a little notch in the one so that the nut can sit in there. So like you can put it all nice and down on the bottom and put the screw through like that, and then just use the Allen key to tighten it. You don't need two. Fail. Alright, so first attempt mounting it was a fail. These just could not grab onto the bar even with like the foam inserts. So I don't know if I'm going to have to buy new brackets to try to mount it, or if I can like take this here and shave down the inner part, like where it goes in, so that it can like bite down further. So once I get a solution figured out, I mean, we know it plugs in and works. That part's over. So now I just got to find the right brackets to bolt it to my basket. So as soon as I figure out the solution, we'll be right back. All right, so day two. I took those brackets to work and filed down like the clamping area, and so I brought them back. So I brought them back home and I tried to mount them, even with like the machined out area filed down. I still was a little bit loose. So what I ended up doing was took a little piece of rubber tubing to make like a spacer on the bottom here to help grab it, and it's not going anywhere. It was raining when I was doing that. I still probably have to go out one night and aim it, but then I zip tied this all along the basket. I still don't have my cap to protect this end yet. Not sure what's taking so long. Might have to order new ones. But so basically that's how it'll be. And then when I want to use it, I'll pull out my cord here. And let's see if I can set this down. You can kind of see what I'm going for here. So then I'll take my cord out of the glove box or the bet trunk or wherever, plug it in if I think I'm going to need it, open up the back door, you know, open up the back door, toss it inside, you know, kind of leave it over here a little bit, close that there, and then come down in here. We have our plug ready to go, and plug that in there. Now the caliber needs to be running for that switch to work. Now we got it started. Turn that on. Bam! We have the light bar on. So the light bar I got, it's got like a nice focused beam right in the center, and then it floods off, like the sides are like flood. So I'm gonna have to go out at night and test it out then, but seems to be pretty secure, not going anywhere. I gotta trim these zip ties, and that's basically the idea. So that is basically it. Light bar is done, installed. Fairly simple, besides me ordering the wrong size clamps. That little hiccup was fine. All the wiring, plugs, all that stuff, the light bar itself and brackets, all cost about 80 bucks and some change. So not too bad for all eBay and Amazon stuff. I'm not hardcore off-roading where that thing's gonna get sunk in water and beaten up and stuff, so I didn't see the point in spending money for like an Osmium or whatever high grade brand. eBay will do for that. But I got to put the winter wheels on the caliber since the summer tires are pretty much spanked. They keep leaking air. It's time for them to go. I think I'm going to powder coat the OEM wheels. I'm thinking about doing them gunmetal. And I got to buy some new winter tires anyway. So might as well put those rims on there so I can get new tires, take them to my shop, and throw them on. So hope you guys like this little install. Real simple, and it's fully removable. Nothing's hardwired, nothing's mounted, drilled into the body. So it all can come off, and you'll never know it was there. So hope you guys like this, and I will have a video up soon of some nighttime clips. So like and subscribe. Till next time.